12-step has some critics.
Yes.
Curious to get some of your thoughts on it. I mean, some of the things that you hear or that I hear and that I read about, right? I mean, there's sort of that, the disease model. Some people don't like that. They feel that it's, too labeling and limiting and disempowering rather than empowering. Some people don't like the spiritual elements of it. Some people feel like it's a cult, and that, again, if you're not succeeding and getting the results you want with your sobriety, that it's you, it's not the program. You need to work the program. um, I assume you hear those things,
Sure.
and have maybe had to wrestle with those in your own ways. Can you talk a little bit about how you have reconciled those things? Or
Yeah, I mean, for me, there are elements that are cult-like in a way. I mean, it's in that we are a group of people that meet and we are all after the same thing.
mm-hmm.
The best thing about AA to me is that there's nobody telling you what to do. There are suggestions. There's nothing required of any AA member.
It's a voluntary participation. If you don't show up,
you don't show up.
Yeah.
There's no fees for it.
Right.
It's just a bunch of people that are trying to achieve sobriety and help other people achieve sobriety. I think if somebody were to attend an AA meeting or a series of AA meetings, whether an alcoholic or not, I think you would have to be honest and say that this is a pleasant way of going about recovery. There's nobody policing me. Personal responsibility is a huge part of it because it's up to each individual. And there's the critics, and I think there's a religious element or a spiritual element that you pointed to because the word God appears a lot in the 12
I think
steps.
it has that foundation upon its inception, but right, to my knowledge, it's used flexibly for each person.
Incredibly flexibly.
Yeah.
I think the only real desire of AA is to keep people sober and not necessarily to enforce or inflict a view upon somebody.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I'm a little bit biased because it has worked for me.
It sure has. Yeah.
And if there is somebody else that's looking to get sober or stay sober and they find a different way to do it, that's terrific. I would
It's
never.
not about one way and that's the only way kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't, and
Yeah.
I think there are definitely part of the critics of AA come from that angle where we're almost arrogant about it because we feel like we have found a solution, but that's just it. We feel we have found a solution, not necessarily the solution.
Well, and I just have to think if you've come from bottoming out, can't make it to my job today, calling back east to reach mom,
Mm-hmm.
and now I'm where I'm at now. Hey, it's worked for me. That's all that matters, right?
Yeah, I just don't have any complaints about it.
Yeah.